Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Centre, and today we have a Moto Edge 5G with a broken display and it's now flashing. We're gonna fix it, but oh, great camera. So right now we're just gonna fast forward it because I think some of you have some sensitivity to flashing lights, and we're gonna start by removing the back plate. So we're gonna replace the entire screen for this Motorola Edge 5G, and as you can see here, there's a pretty big damage on the right side of the display, so we can deduce that it was dropped on that part and the impact was focused on that part as well, and it shattered the entire backlight and display, so it's not really showing us anything. So relatively easy to remove the backplate, and right now we're gonna proceed now in marking the screws so that when we put it back together later, we will know which places they go to. So we're not gonna use some power tools right now, and we're gonna remove the shroud for the motherboard. And as you can see, pretty standard stuff. The daughter board at the bottom is connected to that flex cable that we just detached. This is the display cable, and the display cable is hidden under the battery, so this is not a really good sign, but we can test it for now to see if it works. And as you can see, it's pretty dead, 0%, and it requires you to put on the phone to a charger. We're gonna connect the charger right now. So the problem with this design is the flex cable, or the flex cable for the display is hidden under the battery. So when you try to remove the display for repair or pure disassembly, you have to remove the battery. As you can see here, it's working. You can also see that it's already responding to touch and brightness control and even taps. So it's a good sign right there. We're gonna turn it off for now and proceed with the main disassembly. So this is what we mean by a minor problem. And since we have to remove the battery, this is quite a complicated process because the adhesives that's connecting to the battery to the main housing is pretty strong, and you can't really force the battery or bend it while you're removing it. So you have to heat it a little bit and then remove it, pry it open. And there's the cable for the display. You also have to be very careful, although we don't really have to because we're gonna remove it. So we're gonna extract now the display, the broken one. And unlike modern smartphones that's just connected to the phone via adhesives on the corners, on the sides, this one tends to have that glass and a foil that displays the images to the screen. So this is we haven't featured this kind of display before, I think, in the channel. So we're just gonna fast forward it but we're gonna maintain all the procedure, so you can see how long it takes. So if you want to DIY this repair, sometimes we recommend that you just DIY some repairs, but this one is too complicated even if you have some experience. But David here is a professional, so he knows what he's doing, and you can see that the glass is not really that broken, but it's separated into two parts. So the glass and the backlight. So if you have a Motorola Edge 5G with a broken display, just take it to a repair shop. here in Sydney CBD Repair Centre, we will give you a good price for this kind of repair. And as you can see here, it's really tricky because even the middle portion of the display has an adhesive to it. It's pretty strong as well, so you have to pry it bit by bit. Don't have to yank it off as to damage other components. So yeah, on average this is quite difficult, and we have to pull it out, the last bit of it, and it's done finally. So this is the replacement display. We're just gonna make sure that the camera is not covered up. We're just gonna blow off all the dust and try to clean off the old glue and put on the new adhesive to connect the display to the main housing. So there's no other way to connect the new replacement display. This one also has a curved screen, so you have to put new glue or adhesive strips if you have one for this particular model to maintain at least a decent level of waterproofness. But we can't really rely on it if you submerge this one because it's not really certified by the manufacturer. But this one will hold on to your display to the main housing pretty effectively. So this one is done, and we're gonna proceed now with the reassembly. So we're just gonna do everything now in reverse, and the flex cable of this one has to be tucked in under the battery, and we're gonna install the battery back. And if you have problems with your Android smartphones, even iPhones or smartwatches, take it to Sydney CBD Repair Centre. Here we can give you fair prices for all our repairs. We do screen replacement, battery replacement, charging port replacement, and even before we also have some headphone jack replacement, but we don't really see a lot of smartphones with those kinds of parts. If you don't live in Sydney, you can also send in your broken smartphone. We do the repairs for you and then send it back to you by post when it's done. So right now we can see we're almost done. It's charging, it's 5%, still low battery. But we're gonna test it and put back the back plate, and we're almost done. So as you can see, the glue is still not cured, so we're gonna put on our rubber band magic. So we just do this one for temporarily to hold on the smartphone, make sure the glue cures with a display pressed onto the main housing, and that's gonna do it for now. So if you like this video, guys, click like and subscribe, leave a comment. If you have any questions regarding our repair services, leave a comment or call us and the number screen that we're gonna show you at the end of the video. And this Motorola Edge 5G is ready to be given back to its owner. So thank you for joining. Cheers!